What it is, focus your homeboy first. Back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Make sure y'all watch all segments of episode 179 of Put It On Some, okay? Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share, put all of your people on it, okay? Follow me across all social media platforms as well. Please do that for me. I need it. I need it. Because in this moment, I'm still mad as hell, y'all. Still mad about what transpired in that game with Jackson State versus Alcorn State. Okay? Still hot. We're going to work through this motherfucker together. We're going to do this together, me and you. Okay? We're going to work through this thing together. But please hit that subscribe button. Okay. Let's get into it, y'all. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna give y'all my 5 takeaways, okay? And I got a bonus one for you too, okay? But let's look at some of these numbers first, okay? Jackson State University lost his second home game of the year, okay? 4th game overall. And this loss came to Jackson State's hated in-state rival, Alcorn, okay? By a score 28-24, okay? Jackson State University beat Alcorn in everything except the shit that matters most, which is a goddamn scoreboard. First downs, Jackson State 18, Alcorn 14. Okay. Third down efficiency, we were 7 out of 16. Hell, they were 3 out of 11. Okay. Total yards, 431 to their 296. Passing yards even, okay? 237 to their 225. And that's with our quarterback getting hurt. Our starting quarterback, Kobe Morgan, getting hurt, okay? Had more completions than them, 22 of 34 to their 16 of 24, okay? Rushing, 194 yards to their 71. And that's with Mr. Javion Howard on their squad, okay? And that's with us not really giving Mr. Mulligan the damn ball. That's with Mr. Martin not really getting the damn ball. I didn't see Mr. Moultrie. I didn't see Mr. Ahmad Miller. We had a young boy come up in that thing, Mr. Johnson, okay? And we had Mr. Zy McDonald come in and give us a long run. And we got 194 yards to their 71, okay? Time of possession, 33 minutes, 12 seconds, and they're 26 minutes, 48 seconds. All right? So we beat them in all this shit. We also beat them in this number, penalties. 15 to their 7. That's 15 for 125 yards to their 7 for 55. Now, some of that shit was warranted. Some of that shit, we were doing some dumb shit, being offsides and getting false starts, dumb shit. Some of this shit was them refs. We'll talk about them momentarily, okay? But as you can see, we beat them in damn near everything you need to beat the motherfucker in. Except what matters most. Let's look at some individual numbers, okay? Let's look at some individual numbers. Now, their quarterback, Aaron Allen, he got the player of the game, okay? And see, I went back and watched this motherfucking game, okay? I went back. I watched this shit live in the vet and came home and had to rewatch this debacle. So I put myself through that shit twice. Okay, and they gave this young king player of the game. He deserved. Okay, 16 to 24, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns, through the air, 1 pick right there at the end. Okay. I'm sure their fans, if they would have lost that game, they would have been on Fred McNair's ass about why he put the ball in the air at that moment. The refs intervened, though. But I digress. We're going to talk about them a little later on. I digress. Okay. Mr. Javion Howard went 18 carries, 70 yards, 3.9 a clip, a lot of hard running. Okay, but for somebody as talented as him, we kept him at 70 yards. Okay. Montario Hunt was their leading receiver. Y'all saw what he did, catching 2 bombs, 2 catches. That's all he had, but both of them were for 2 tubs, 88 yards. He averaged 44 yards a clip with a long of 55 yards. We'll talk more about that momentarily as well. Okay. On the JSU side, for some individual numbers for you, Jacobian was 11 of 16 for 151 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. He got hurt. And Jason Brown came in. He went 11 for 18, 86 yards. Okay. 1 pick, could have been 2. We'll talk more about that. All right. Ezekiel Johnson, that's the young boy I told you about. He had 9 carries for 81 yards. Looked like you get it to him, huh? 9 carries, 81 yards. Okay. Long of 42. All right. Zy McDonald, he came in. We went forward that one play. He went 1 carry, 56 yards. We'll talk about more about that momentarily. JD Moore went 5 carries for 30 yards at 6 yards a clip, y'all. All right. Mr. Mulligan must be still hurting because he only got 3 carries for 6 yards. Okay. Seven McGee had 3 carries, basically going nowhere, 1 yard. Okay. Fabian McCray had a pretty good game. Six catches, 109 yards, 2 tubs. Okay. As I told y'all before, it seems like him and Jacoby got a little wavelength. All right. Madison Central's Isaiah Spencer had 7 catches for 81 yards. That young king, he's gonna be special, I believe. Okay. Still don't like the fact that we didn't get DJ Stevens involved more this year. Okay. He had 2 catches, one of them was for a touchdown, but 2 catches, 8 yards. Hayden Hagler, 1 catch, 4 yards. I don't like the underutilization of the tight ends. Okay, we'll talk more about that momentarily as well. Kobe Paul, shout out to him though. He had 35 yards on 5 catches. Okay. But that's some individual numbers. Let's get into my takeaways. Okay. First 5 takeaways. This number 1. I hate our fucking offense. I've tried, but I hate our goddamn offense. I do. Okay. Because it's built on going fast. It's built on going fast. Okay. And keeping the defense off balance and tiring them out. But here's the thing. You can easily nullify that by just falling down. That's all you gotta do. That's all the defense gotta do. Just fall down and act like, oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Like Ezel all goddamn fried. That's all they gotta do, and they stop our whole momentum. We saw that shit implemented strategically and I gotta say brilliantly during the homecoming game against Alabama State. I did not like it. I do not like it, but it was brilliant strategy. And we see all these other teams implementing the same shit. Just fall down. And you can stop the Tigers. Well, if that's our damn trick, we need another trick. That shit ain't working. The offense got to be revamped then. If that's all the other team got to do, unless there's a rule change coming down, to man, and we ain't got no motherfucking pool like that with no NCAA. So unless something gonna shake, unless you got some Power 5 teams that got some juice that are going dealing with the same shit, that's finna really raise hell, and their boosters and their ADs and presidents finna really get on the NCAA ass to change that rule, ain't shit finna change. So we got to change. First of all, we got to be using that shit when somebody trying to go fast on us. Okay, but most definitely, our offense has to be different. So that ain't our claim to fame, and that ain't what we looking to do to really be effective. And yes, we did outgain them now. Even with that, we still outgained them a goddamn, man. And the reason I got unfriendly confines right here is in 4 home games. Like we didn't look comfortable. We just didn't seem comfortable out there. You know what I'm saying? In our own fucking stadium. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say unfriendly confines. And that's one of the things that kept us from getting in a groove, from getting in a rhythm, is because these other teams, whenever they saw us make a good play, anything like that, and we were trying to goddamn hurry to the line and keep shit rolling, they'll just fall down. They'll just fall down. And this shit was effective. I can't cap. That shit was effective. So we need to look into something, man, and figure out how can we do something else to be more deceptive and put our kids in better position to score points. Fuck them yards. Yeah, you got to gain yards to score points. But if your ass getting into the red zone and got to kick 3, or you getting short fields and shit, and you can't even get 3 sometimes, what the fuck is the point? We got to get some points. Okay. And then I was watching the NFL earlier, and Tony Romo, was saying something about being in the shotgun versus being under center. He made a great point. You give yourself a whole lot more options when you're under center. You feel me? Like you can run in either direction. Okay. Also, you can do a hard play action fake. You know what I'm talking about? Or you can just do a classic drop back. Okay. Whereas when you're in the shotgun, depending on wherever the running back is lined up, to my, it's kind of limited which way you're gonna run and all that kind of stuff. And of course, that hard play action fake is taken away from you. So it kind of takes away some of the deceptive elements. You feel me? And deception is one of the biggest things in war. You read Sun Tzu Art of War and shit. That's in there. Okay. So the same thing goes football. So that we got to do something with that offense. Okay. That damn fast-paced shit ain't finna work as long as these folks just can fall down. And I would love to see us under center more and to add some more deception to the game. That's one. All right. 2, our defense got beat over the top too much this year. We did. I know we were either leading in interceptions or damn near in the lead in FCS and interception. All right. But we got beat over the top too much this year. Okay. For real. Some of these games, guys were beat, and the quarterback just couldn't hit that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Mr. Allen yesterday was able to hit his receivers, and that shit cost us mightily. Okay. Particularly those 2 bombs to the Monterio kid. All right. But one was egregious for real. That second one that made it 14-0. All right. That shit came against a 3-man pass rush. And we were giving up. We gave up, I should say, several completions with a 3-man pass rush. You know what I'm saying? So when I watched the playback of the game, even the goddamn commentator was like, how is this happening? We got 8 in coverage. How in the hell are we getting beat? But especially how in the hell do we get beat deep when you got 8 folks in coverage? That shit was crazy. And it wasn't like it's 8 folks in coverage and, the man sitting back there for 5, 6, 7 seconds. That man just got to snap and sat back there for maybe 3, 4 seconds and let that bitch ride and somebody was open. So that's something that in the offseason that needs to be addressed. I love the ball hawking, okay? But if some of them picks came from taking risks and gambling and missing assignments and you end up getting some picks, but y'all see what happens when you gamble and coverage is blown, fuck that. Let's just play solid. I'd rather have fewer picks, okay, and fewer brain farts, okay, like this, where you got guys getting beat over the top. If we didn't let them beat us over the top like that, as the numbers showed, they weren't just consistently just driving the ball on us like that. Okay, they weren't. They had the first drive was kind of like that, but we couldn't get off the field on third down. Okay. But that second one, like I said, you got that bomb over the top, and then that third quarter where they put up another 14 points, you had another bomb over the top. But we blanked them in the second and fourth quarters. You feel me? So we gotta do better with that. All right, number three. Number three. We couldn't take advantage, man, of some good situations. One being that block punt. Okay. We didn't even get a fucking field goal out of that situation. Okay. We didn't. We had penalties and we had a sack. And that was notable because that was kind of indicative of some things this year. Not being able to take advantage of good field position. You know, I'm talking about when the defense has held things down or the special teams did a good job, and then we get in advantageous position and we can't put no fucking points on the board. Okay. So we got to do a better job next year of taking advantage of good situations like that because shit, that was costly. If we are able to at least get 3 out of that situation, okay. Then on that last drive, we're down 1, okay. And then maybe our thinking is different. Of course, the refs hosed us. I'm gonna get to that. All right. But maybe even then, though, maybe JB ain't trying to force the ball all the way down the sideline. Maybe he just takes the motherfucker across the middle and say, well, shit, well, we just trying to get in field goal position to give Mr. Watson an opportunity to take us home. Who knows? Okay. But we didn't get shit out of that. And that was gift. That was points. That was gift wrap to us. But penalties, and we took a sack on that. We can't do that. All right. But my fourth takeaway, number four, okay. And this was a big one. Our quarterback situation. Yeah, we lost this game 28-24. But having your starting quarterback go down in the midst of this shit, I think in the wave of emotions about the game, that is being overlooked. Okay, I think in another situation, in another game, if a team went through that where your starting QB goes down, your expectation to win goes down as well. But with a rivalry game and how we feel about the team, shit, the expectation still was to win the game, especially when you turn to the young man, Jason Brown, who had been the starter, for most of the year. Okay. But Morgan getting hurt on that QB draw, which I didn't like him running like that. I like him running in the red area, to my near the goal line. He's a big kid, so I like him running those situations. But other than that, I don't like him running as much. Because he's big, but it ain't like he like super fast or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not putting him in the best position just running these goddamn QB draws or anything like that. If it's not just a goal line situation or 3rd and 1 type of situation, shit like that. Okay. But it's football and folks get hurt, and unfortunately he got hurt. And JB came in and threw a pick on the next play. I had no idea. I have no idea what JB was looking at. It seemed like the kid from Alcorn just standing right there. Okay. And he got a hand on the ball, tipped it up, and y'all know how that go. Tip balls usually end up as picks. Okay. And I like JB. Okay, in terms of the young man. I like how he handles himself. I like how he handles himself on social media and everything like that. It seems like he's gonna be an asset to whatever community he chooses to live in. To me, seems like a good young man. You feel me? So shout out to that king. I know it's been a tough year. I know a lot of the fan base has been hard on the young kid. That's part of the job. It's part of the job, kind of like me in this business. You know, to my hair, I go through a lot of shit. Motherfuckers gonna say fuck shit about me. It is what it is. You know, to my so it's part of the gig. You know, to my. But I wish that young man well. Okay, but in this instance, that pick hurt us. Okay, that pick hurt us because shit, we could have ended up getting points on that drive as well. So that's two situations where we could have had points. One being, well, they blocked that kick, that punt, and we didn't get points. And in this situation with us being in their territory and not getting points, that hurt. All right. Now we thought Mr. Morgan, Cantown, was finna be straight because he came back in and threw a damn touchdown on the next drive. Threw a strike. Threw a strike down the sideline. Okay. But I don't know. Maybe he was just gutting it out when he threw that. Because then we didn't see him again. All right, JB came in on the next drive. Seemed like he threw another pick because we ran a damn flea flicker again. Now, first of all, what the fuck were we doing calling that shit twice? We ran the shit in the first half. Them motherfuckers didn't bite whatsoever. So that didn't work. That didn't work. Okay. Thankfully, Jacobian saw shit wasn't open. He just threw it out of bounds. I don't know what JB was thinking. Okay. But that shit did not work. As coaches, we supposed to put these boys in advantageous positions so they can display their God-given talent. That shit didn't work previously. What made us think that shit was finna work then? I don't know. Thankfully, they dropped the damn ball, though, and the drive continued. All right, we end up going forward on fourth down, okay, fourth and inches, and Zai had a huge run, okay, but he ran out of bounds. Now, it seemed like Alcorn was hawking him down. It did. But god damn, man, it seemed like that young blood could have kept going for at least 5-7 more yards. It did. Make them motherfuckers make a tackle. Make them make a tackle. Hell, maybe they whiff. I don't know. But maybe he was thinking, oh, man, I'm trying to be secure. I want to get on out of bounds and make sure I don't fumble. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Some was in the stand was speculating that he was gassed. I don't know, but I wish he would have got down at least tried to turn on the Jets and keep that bitch rolling because we needed them points. That would have tied the game with an extra point, of course. But to see that explosive run from Zai, it makes you think back to what we were told earlier in the year that they had a package for him. What the fuck happened to the package? What happened? Especially in this situation where Jacobian goes down. You see shit didn't work out with JB already, particularly in home games. Oh, and also that pick that JB threw, they had him come in and throw the ball down the field on a third, I think a 3rd and 9 for his first snap. Again, we got to put motherfuckers in a better position. You know what I'm saying? This kid and came off the goddamn sideline cold. Okay. We know something up in here ain't really clicking right when he played in the vet. You know, maybe, because some folks, the boo birds had come out before, maybe folks saying shit on social media. I don't know, but the kid's a human being. It's a human being. Okay. These kids ain't no fucking robots. Hell, some bitches in the NFL ain't no goddamn robots. It's a human being. So he wasn't ready for that shit. It probably would have worked out better. Maybe throwing a little screen pass or something. We threw hella screens. Maybe it would have worked better throwing a little screen pass. And that's I'm talking on that play that JB got to pick. Or, hell, bring Zion in and have him do some kind of run. And set it up better for Mr. Watson to kick a field goal, or maybe if we can get, if it was 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, maybe we get 7 yards and make him 4th and 2, and maybe you go for it again. I don't know. But to see that young man haul ass like that on that one carry, let me know that the young man got wheels, and we were told that we were going to have a package this year in which he was going to utilize those wheels. And that ain't happened. That ain't happened. And so, the true story of the 2023 quarterback situation at Jackson State University may never be fully told. I think the only folks that really, for real, knew what the hell went on with that shit is the folk in that locker room. Okay. For real. From Jacobian's injury to JB winning the job to what we were told about the Zy package and that package never showing up, okay, to the transition from JB to Jacobian, okay. I don't know. A lot of head scratches. But that's 4. Number 5. I've told y'all before, I'm not one of those guys. I am not one of those guys that every game I'm going to sit up here and say it was the refs that cost us game. I'm not going to do that, okay? FAMU, we lost that game. I'm not going to put that on no motherfucking refs, okay? Texas State, we lost that game. Them boys up front were big blowing us like a motherfucker, okay? I'm not putting that shit on no refs. Alabama State, we lost that game. Them motherfuckers wanted that shit more than us. They came in that bit. That was on some Super Bowl shit for them, okay? Their coach said they wanted us on that homecoming. We talked all that shit about that man. You know what I'm talking about with the who is swac and all that shit. We got behind Prime and rallied, okay? And he said, "Watch, I'm coming up in your trap and taking over your trap." Okay, we lost that goddamn game. Okay, were there some bad calls in the game? Yes, okay. But we lost that game and they brilliantly used that damn faking injury strategy, okay? We lost that game. This game right here, okay? We lost the game. True enough. But this one right here, them refs show enough on some bullshit. Bullshit at home. Now, I ain't saying you supposed to cheat for a motherfucker at home, but goddamn, refs are human beings. And you would think they would have some kind of caution before they just start fucking you with no Vaseline. That's what they were doing. Then you know KY. Just went straight for you. Straight wrong. That's what it did. Because through all the shit I'm talking about, we still had a chance to win the game. At the end. Okay? We got that interception. Then we gave that ball to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson haul ass. Great run. Followed that shit up with another great run. And then that's when the ref said, hold my beer. I'm finna stop all this shit. Holding penalty. A face mask on the offense. Where the fuck they do that at? You can't stiff arm somebody now? Because the motherfucking helmet came off, that's my fault. He should have strapped that shit on tight. What are we doing, bro? We gained like 40-something yards on that run, and they took all that shit back real quick. That's some bullshit, dog. That's some bullshit. And you know what? I started to get on here and put their ass on blast. I'm looking at their names right now. There's a queen on Twitter that put the names out there, okay? And I'm looking at the names right now. But I know it's some crazy motherfuckers out here, and I don't want nobody to go to these folks' house or do nothing to these folks or be harassing them on the internet. Okay, I'm a good man, despite what some of you motherfuckers may think because I cuss and everything like that. I'm a damn good man, okay? So I'm not gonna do that. But I will say this: y'all deserve a well-whooped ass for what the fuck you did. Yes, you do. You deserve a well-whooped ass. Now you ain't gonna get it. but you deserve a well-whooped ass. Because that was fucking egregious. Stevie Wonder can see this shit. Ray Charles can see this shit. Any motherfucker that walked up in that stadium, Alcorn know it. When they threw that pick and then we ran that ball down there like that, them motherfuckers over there clutching their pearls probably. They knew it. That's why when the motherfuckers called that third penalty, they just went to clapping over there. They knew it. They knew the fix was in. This was some bullshit. You ain't telling me that somebody in this crew ain't went to Lorman. Somebody in this crew that I'm looking at, I'm not going to say tonight, but somebody in this crew went to Alcorn State University. Or their wife went to Alcorn. Somebody went there. Somebody killed the Mega Evers or something. Something that was egregious. You don't do that shit. You don't inject yourself into the fucking game like that at the end of no game, man. That was fucking crazy. Especially with them kind of people. It's holding on every goddamn play in football, man. Every play. And all of a sudden, them motherfuckers see every hole and a damn face mask penalty on the offense. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Let them kids decide the damn game on the field, man. Let them decide the game on the field, man. You feel me? And we gonna lose that bet. Let us lose it honestly, man. Because that was some bullshit. Straight up. Straight up. And I hope the SWAC office looks at that damn tape. And I hope that that crew is taking the task for that bullshit. Real talk. That's 5. Here's my bonus. Here's my bonus takeaway. I know I did a poll earlier in the year about who's Jackson State's biggest rival, Southern or Alcorn? And overwhelmingly, the real ones, y'all chose Southern. Okay. But for me personally, that Alcorn game is it. It's been like that since I was a child. Okay. I've been to both games. Okay. And the Boombox Classic be packed. The bands be lit as fuck. The drama on the field be great. Okay. I've been to both. But this Alcorn shit hit different because I have to see these motherfuckers. Okay. I have to see them. I know in this social media era, them folks from Southern can get at your ass just as much as the Alcorn people can. Okay. I do get that. Okay. But I had to see these Alcorn folks. Okay. Some brother was doing some yard work over here in my neighborhood. He parked in front of my house with Alcorn tag. I had to tell him to move the damn truck. I had to tell him to move. You can't be parking that in front of my house, man. You giving me bad vibes, okay? When you in Walmart, I had to see these motherfuckers, okay? When I'm out in these streets getting this money, I had to see these motherfuckers, man. They be everywhere. And when I see them now, I'm going to be hearing that goddamn sound in my head that, I want to hear that shit. I want to hear that shit. I see that goddamn dude. They had a drunk ass Indian at the game. Y'all know that dude I'm talking about. That man, it was cold as a motherfucker on our side because the sun wasn't shining over there, okay? And this motherfucker had on some little vest, and he had on the first shirt or nothing like that, had on all them fucking feathers and shit, and was drunk as a skunk in that motherfucker. And we didn't send his ass home unhappy. So I got to see these Alcorn folks and think about all that shit. And that's why I hope our basketball teams kick their motherfucking teeth in this year. I hope, as my brother would say, I hope we curb stomp them motherfuckers. I hope we got them boat race them motherfuckers. These are the phrases my brother be using. My brother be working around these white folks, you know what I'm talking about. He got these phrases from them. But I like that curb stomp one. That's what we need to do. Shit, give some straightening in this bitch. These folks talking crazy. But shout out to them. Shout out to my real ones from Alcorn, particularly my beloved students. Okay, so many great ones down there. Too many to name. Okay. I love y'all dearly. But I don't love what y'all did to me in conjunction with the motherfucking refs. Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.